welcome to a live watercolor tutorial. Today we will be painting a lemon branch. Wow, I couldn't say that word. Um, if you're watching live, feel free to say hi in the chat to let us know where you're from and if you plan on painting with us today. It looks like Radish and Rue is here. Good morning. Yeah, before we get started, you can find the outline of this lemon branch in the description of this video. And let's see, here's what it looks like. So you'll be able to download this and then transfer it onto your watercolor paper. And when I transferred mine, I used a light pad and some watercolor pencils from Faber-Castell. And I also used a pencil for some of my lines when I traced my lemon branch. Good morning, Patty and Sarah. Good morning, or I guess for Sarah, it's afternoon for you. I hope you're having a great Saturday. Annette is here. Hi. She says, hi, everyone from Alabama. And you'll be able to find 2 reference photos in the description as well. And before we get started, if you aren't aware, we are doing a lemon series, and so here are 2 other tutorials that you might like, and I'll link these in the description below for you as well. Okay, let's get started. So before I do get started painting, I will go over my supplies real quick. So here I have cold press watercolor paper from Arches. It's size 5 by 7 inches. The brushes I plan on using are my silver black velvet brushes. These are all round, and I have a size 2, a size 4, and a size 8. And the paints that I plan on using are my Agalo paints here. I am using this set because I've been using this set for the strawberries and the blueberries, so I kind of want to keep the colors cohesive. I like to do this when I create kind of like a collection. I like to use the same palette. But I do plan on using this lemon yellow from Daniel Smith. So, yeah. And all of the supplies are linked below in the description for you. Okay. Oh, and I did tape my painting on this hardboard here. Allison, if you're watching, Allison Evans, she sent me these hardboards, so I just wanted to say thank you for them. But yeah, okay, let's get started painting. All right, so I am thinking that we will use, at least for the first layer on the lemons, we will use the wet and wet method. And then we'll probably add a second layer on top using the wet on dry method. Okay, so I am going to take my size 4 round brush here, and I do have 2 water jars, so one to clean my brushes and one to add water to my paint. It's Saturday morning. I'm still kind of like tired. Okay, I'm dipping. Actually, I think I'm going to use my size 8 round brush. Okay, I'm dipping my brush in my water, and I'm going to wet this entire lemon here, this bottom one, and I'm working around the flower here. Okay, and I also I don't want to add too much water, but I don't want to add too little water either. And it's important to try not to paint outside of the lines, to really try to add this water everywhere on the lemon. Okay. So then I'm also painting around this leaf here. Okay, and then now I'm dipping my brush in my water again. And I'm just kind of adding a little bit more where I think there needs to be more water. Okay, when your lemon is very wet, but not too wet, you don't want puddles. Now you want to take your yellow. So I'm going to take this lemon yellow from Daniel Smith with the same brush that I used for my water. I'm just going to take it right out of the pan here and drop it in. Okay, and then I will go ahead and take my other brush, my size 4 round brush here, and now I'm going to add a little bit of green. So I'm going to take this green earth color from the Angalo set. I'm going to take that green and add it to like the very tip here, the lemon, and then maybe, let's see, where else? Maybe a few other areas. Okay. So this is just the first layer. I'm not like trying to add a ton of detail or anything. And now I'm just taking this other brush, the size 8 round brush that I used for the yellow. Now I'm just kind of trying to distribute this yellow everywhere. And then I am going to kind of wipe away a little bit in the middle for like a highlight. And now we'll let that completely dry before we add the second layer. Okay, I'm going to read some of your comments here. Shelly is here. She says, "Good morning, Allison and everybody here from sunny Saskatoon." Kizzy is here. Hi, Kizzy. Louise is here. She says, "Do you sketch from photos or just freehand it?" Louise, I always use reference photos. I'm still at the point in my artist journey where I can't just freehand things. Like I'm always working from reference photos. So yeah. Hi Liz, good morning. And Kirsten is here. She says, "I've been looking forward to this tutorial." Yay! Ashton is here. Hi Ashton, I'm so happy you're here. I was wondering if you would join because I know that you're not available most Fridays because you're a teacher. So I'm so glad you're here. Okay. Yeah, let us know if you guys are painting these lemons or if you're just hanging out with us, or yeah, I'd love to know. Okay. Now we're going to do the same thing we did with this lemon over here on this lemon. Okay, so I'm going to take my size 8 round brush and I am loading it with clean water. And now I am applying the water on this lemon. And I'm working around this leaf, trying not to add water on the leaves. Okay. If you're just joining us, I do have an outline below in the description for you to download and transfer onto your watercolor paper and reference photos too. Okay, so this lemon is wet, but not too wet where there's puddles. Okay, so now I'm going to take the same brush I was using, grab my lemon yellow from Daniel Smith. I'm just using it right from the pan here, and then I'm just kind of dabbing it all over like that. And then I'm taking my size 4 round brush now, and I am going to apply some green with this brush. So I'm taking this green earth from the Untitled paint set and adding some at the tip of this lemon here. And then like a few other areas like that. And then I'm going back to my brush that I used for the yellow. Now I'm just kind of distributing this yellow a little bit more. Okay. And then I'm cleaning my brush. And then I didn't wipe all of the water away. It does have a little bit of water still in it. And I'm gonna wipe away a little bit of this paint in the middle of this lemon for like a highlight. Liz says, I'm painting the lemon, just doing the outline now. The time passions. Hi. Hi, this is Manosby. I probably said your name wrong. I'm sorry. Manosby. Which color do you use? I am using lemon yellow from Daniel Smith. And I'm using this Watercolor paint set. I'm using this paint set because I used it for the strawberries and blueberries. And I'm basically, like in this paint set, I'm just using the greens and maybe this brown here. I just wanted to keep the greens in those, all of my fruit paintings cohesive so that they go together well. Okay. Now, this lemon here is still wet, so let's go ahead and work on some of the leaves. Okay, so for the leaves, I'm going to use my size 4 round brush. And I will be using these two greens here. But the first layer, I am going to be using this lighter green earth, which I think is here. Okay, I have them like backwards on in my pan set. Who here has done the other fruit tutorials on my YouTube channel? We did strawberries and we did blueberries. Those were a lot of fun. I feel like the blueberries were like way more challenging than I thought they'd be, but it was a lot of fun. And okay, so for the first layer on the leaves, we want the green to be light. So I am adding quite a bit of water to this green. Okay. Okay, so for the size 4, I'm using a size 4 round brush. I'm going to start on this leaf here. And I'm just going to fill it in. I'm not going to do anything too crazy. So I'm just filling it in. And when I traced my outline onto my paper, I used a pencil for the veins on the leaves instead of a watercolor pencil. So this will help preserve those lines. So I can see, like when I paint the second layer, I can see those veins instead of them blending in if I used watercolor pencils. So I hope that makes sense. Okay. So yeah, this is just the first layer. Okay, now taking that green again, and I'm going to paint in this leaf here. Although, I mean, it is right next to this yellow, but I'll try to be extra careful. So if you're painting a leaf right next to a lemon that's still wet, try and be careful not to paint right next to the lemon. At least for this layer. When we paint the second layer, we can paint in this part because you don't want the green to blend into the yellow. Okay, and then I'm painting around this little flower here. Okay. Who here has painted lemons before? Or is this your first time? This is my first time ever painting lemons. So hopefully I do a good job. Okay, I'm gonna wait to paint in these two here because they overlap the lemons a lot and I don't want any accidents because the lemons are so wet. So I'm just gonna go ahead and move on to this leaf down here. Okay. Okay. I think I'll go ahead and paint in this leaf because this lemon is almost dry. So let's do that. Since this lemon is almost dry, like it's basically dry, it's it's okay if I paint right next to it because it's dry to the point where if I paint next to it, the colors won't blend together. Patty says, I painted lemons for years, but always with under glazes onto clay pieces for serving bowls, serving plates, and lemonade pitchers. This is my first time painting lemons with watercolor. Wow, that's really cool, Patty. Louis says, who has been impatient like me and got out the hair dryer to speed up the process of drying so I can get onto the next layer? Yeah, I was thinking of getting my hair dryer, but I totally forgot to get it, and I just thought, okay, I'll just move on to other parts of the painting. Yeah, I do use the hair dryer a lot. If I use the wet and wet method, the hair dryer is like my best friend. Okay, I'm taking this green again, and now I'm going to paint in this leaf here. Okay. So yeah, this is the first layer of our painting. So I know it's looking a little, you know, like not that great, but you just have to get through that first layer. I feel like after the second layer, when you start to add more, it starts to really come together. Okay. All right. I'm gonna wait a little bit more for the lemons to dry. I'm gonna go ahead and paint in this brown branch here. So for that, I'm actually going to use this burnt umber from Daniel Smith. I forgot to tell you that this is one of the paints I will be using. Um, okay, so yeah, burnt umber from Daniel Smith. So I'm just taking this with my size 4 round brush. I'm just going to use it right from the pan. I won't bother putting it on my palette or anything. I'm just going to fill in the branch here. It's okay if you make the branch like what's the word? I like to make my branches not perfect. I like to make them bumpy in some areas and stuff like that. I'm going to take my other brush here now, my size 2 round brush, while this paint is still wet. And I'm just going to kind of make a part of this branch lighter with it and kind of drag this paint over here. I'm doing this with this other brush because this brush here, where I applied the paint, it has a lot of paint in it. So I'm just taking this other brush now, trying to distribute the paint a little bit more and kind of blend this branch up slightly and let it kind of fade up. Okay. And I'm going to kind of wipe some away as well. Okay, and then again, I'm taking burnt umber with my size 4 round brush now. Now I'm going to apply it in here. I'm basically just kind of doing that, okay? And then switching to my size 2 round brush. It's clean, it just has a tiny bit of water in it. And then now I'm going to work this more. Okay, and then I'll also wipe a little bit away. Great. Cleaning my brushes. And it says, I can't remember if I read your comment, but she says, I never painted a lemon before. Okay, so the lemons are dry now. Now we're going to add the second layer. So I'm looking at the reference photos that I linked for you guys. And okay. We're going to use the wet on dry method for the second layer. Okay, I'm just trying to think here what I want to do. I think I'll first start with applying this lemon yellow from Daniel Smith. And then I might also apply a little bit of these golds from the Agalo pan set. And I'll also apply a little bit of the green in areas. So let's first start with this lemon yellow. And when I do the second layer, I will be working with 2 brushes, one to apply my paint and the other to blend. So I will apply my paint with my size 2 round brush, and I will blend with my size 4 round brush. So my blending brush, this one, it just has water in it. And then this other one, my size 2, I will grab some lemon yellow straight from the pan. And I'm going to first just apply it right here, like that. And then I'll take my blending brush, just kind of blend. Now when I blend, I'm not blending super perfect, because if you look at the reference, the lemons have a lot of texture. Like, they're not perfectly smooth. I'm gonna add some yellow here. Okay, and so when I blend, I'm kind of just scrubbing my brush around and leaving some of that lighter layer too. That's super important. We don't want to paint everywhere with this lemon yellow. Okay, and then I'll add some, like, right here. Okay, now I'm going to add a little bit of that gold. So I am cleaning my brush, and I'm going to take some of this gold ochre from the Gallo paint set. And mine has a lot of brown in it, so I need to first clean the brown out because I don't want any of that in my lemon. So this might take me a minute. I should have prepared better. It's okay. Rachel, hi. She says, I have to be so careful with yellow. If it isn't dry or if your brush isn't perfectly clean, they can get muddy and I get frustrated. Yes, I know how that feels. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like it's important that your yellow is like clean. It's really easy to like get green in your yellow, I feel like. Okay, hold on. I don't know if I want to use this. Let me swatch it. So I like to have little pieces of watercolor paper around so I can like swatch. This gold still looks brown to me. Okay. Let me try this other one. I don't know. I might not use these. We'll see. I'm going to wait for that. First, I'm going to apply the green. Sorry if so sometimes when I paint live, I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this, and then like it doesn't really work out. And I'm like, never mind. Okay, so I'm taking the same green that we used for the first layer on the lemons. And where I added the green in the first layer, I'm going to add more. So I'm going to add some more here. Then again, I'm taking that blending brush with just clean water, and I'm just kind of blending this. And now when I'm blending, I'm not trying to blend smooth. I want to like try and add texture as I blend. I'm gonna add some green up here. Okay, I'm not done with this lemon, but let's go ahead and do the same thing we did to this lemon up here. So we're going to add some more lemon yellow, and we're going to add some more green. Okay, so now again, I'm taking this lemon yellow, just straight from the pan here. I'm adding that. I'm gonna add that to some areas. And then blend with my blending brush. And when I blend, again, I'm not blending smoothly here. I don't know if you can tell, but I left a little bit of that light layer like right here and here, and a little bit here. I might also add some of this yellow in the areas where there's some green too. Okay. I'm gonna go back to this lemon now. I'm kind of jumping back to this lemon a little bit. I'm gonna add a little bit of yellow to this green area. And then here. Okay, I'm cleaning my brush. Now we're going to add the green to this lemon. Phyllis is late as usual, but I'm here. Hope you're feeling better. Thank you. Yeah, I'm feeling a lot better today. Yeah, if you're new to this channel, I go live. Oops, oh my gosh, I just dipped my green and my yellow. Oh no. Okay. If you're new to this channel, I go live here on YouTube every Friday with a watercolor tutorial. But yesterday I wasn't feeling very well, so I had to reschedule to this morning. I'm glad that you can make it, Fallon. Okay, I meant to dip my brush in this green. And that reminds me, I do have some sad news for next Friday. I will not be going live. There will not be a live tutorial next week because I'm going camping. So yeah, it's sad. I'm sad about it, but I will be going live again in 2 weeks, or I guess in 13 days. I'm gonna add some green where these leaves overlap the lemon here. Okay. Okay, and then I'm gonna add a little bit more green again. So when I paint with watercolor, usually after the second layer, I just go back and forth to areas and I add more and I adjust the colors and um I work it until I feel like the values and the colors are how I want them. So if I start jumping back and forth, that's what I'm doing. Okay, since I have green in my brush already, I'm gonna go back to this lemon and add some more green. And kind of also underneath this leaf here. And it says, have fun and enjoy the outside. Get some great inspiration. I know, I'm really excited. We're going camping kind of by Lake Michigan. And so yeah, that's gonna be like a lot of fun. We'll be by the lake, and also there's like some really great trails I'm really excited about. Lots of inspiration for sure. Okay, I don't want to get too carried away with this green. I feel like it can be easy to get carried away. I'm cleaning my brush, and now I'm going to go back and add some more of that lemon yellow. Shelly says, I'm so happy you got to go camping. I can hardly wait for our camping trips this summer. I decided to do the butterfly challenge while there. I'm tracing all my designs in preparation. Oh my gosh, there's like a fly in like in here. Okay. Yeah, I'm really excited. Yeah. We go camping maybe a few times a year. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Lisa says, can I get a reminder for every class? I have bad memory. Lisa, do you mean a reminder for the live tutorials? Is that what you mean? Because you can set a reminder. Like when I schedule out a live tutorial and you go to the scheduled live stream, you can set a reminder for yourself. Okay. And yeah, they're usually every Friday at 10 a.m. It's just today is different because it's Saturday. Today is like an exception. And next Friday, because I won't be going live. But after next Friday, they'll be like every Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Ashton says, how is your garden coming along? Oh my goodness. It's not coming along very well. I planted things and it got cold here, like colder than usual. And I should have maybe covered my plants up. And yeah, I feel like a lot of them are dying because it was just really cold. So I might have to replant my garden. Other than that, it seems to be going okay. I think I did plant Brussels sprouts and they seem to be doing like better than all my other plants. Like my peppers I think are dead, and my tomato plant. Gardening is like, I like have a love-hate relationship with gardening. Like I want to like it. I want to be good at it. Um, and I think it's so cool. And then I like try it and I always have these issues. Like, and I'm not very good at it. I don't know. I guess it just takes a while to like learn about it. What about you guys? And you, Ashton, do you have a garden? Okay, as I add this lemon yellow, I don't want to add it to areas where there's a highlight. So as you can see, I didn't add any right here. We want to keep that highlight. Okay, so I'm gonna add some more over here. All right, now I'm gonna jump to the other lemon and add more lemon yellow. Lisa says, do you click the bell? I need a reminder the day before. Yeah, if you click the bell, I can't remember where it is, but you should see like some kind of bell, and if you click that, you'll get notifications for my videos. Okay. Adding some yellow into this green area too. Ashton says, oh no, it's kind of been the same way in Missouri too. My plants have some, have some, oh, you have some plants that have made it. And then she says, but they're not growing very fast. Yeah, it's sad. It took me like a whole day to like get my garden ready and like plant it and stuff. So I might have to redo all of that, which kind of sucks. What plants did you plant, Ashton? Shelly says you have a beautiful watercolor garden. That's true. At least I have that. Okay. I'm gonna add some more right here. All right. Lisa says, can you use any brush for blending or do you have to use a special brush? You can use any brush. Yeah, I just blend, you know, with, I like choose what brush I want to blend with and I just add clean water to it. And when you blend, you don't want to use too much water. So I always dab my brush on my paper towel after I add water to it, just to soak up the excess water. Okay, I'm cleaning my brush and I'm going to go back to this green. Okay, I do want to add a little bit more green to this part of this lemon. Okay, and then again, I'm taking that blending brush. Okay. Ashton says that she planted green peppers, Goliath's tomatoes, cherry tomatoes from plants I bought, and then the green beans, carrots, zinnias, and sunflowers from seeds. Wow, that's awesome. So cool. Yeah, I definitely plan on having sunflowers in my garden. I still need to plant those seeds. I'll probably do that this weekend. Or I guess it is the weekend. I'll probably do that tomorrow. And then cosmo flowers and poppies. And then I have well, I had, I think they're dead. I had peppers, green peppers and sweet peppers, and then a tomato plant. And um, cantaloupe, which I think are dead. So sad. And Brussels sprouts. Okay, I think for now, I'm gonna move on to the other parts of this painting. My lemons, I do want to add some shadow to them, but I think first I'm going to paint in the leaves more and the flowers, and then we'll move back to the lemons. Okay, so let's go ahead and paint in these flowers. So the flowers, I'm going to paint a lot like how I painted these flowers on the strawberry painting. They're just kind of simple, and they're white. So I'll probably just basically keep the petals mostly the white of my paper. And then the inner parts of them, I can't remember. I don't really have a good reference photo for the flowers. I kind of just drew them. But I think for the middle part, I'll paint the middle part yellow, like the same yellow as the lemons. Ashton says, I was wanting to grow cantaloupe, but I didn't have room for it, so maybe next year. My husband's aunt and uncle grow yellow watermelons in their garden. That's cool. I've never heard of yellow watermelons. That's really cool. Okay, so for the flowers, they're white. So I'm going to paint the outer part of them this slate gray here. So it's just kind of like a very light gray, which I think is right here. So I'm taking this. I'm going to go ahead and add it to my palette here. Oh wait, hold on. Let me take this out. Actually, I'm going to add it to this area. So I'm just adding it to my palette just so that I can add water to it, because I don't want the outlines of my flowers to be too dark. And I do have some white gouache right here on my palette, so I could always just reactivate that a little bit and kind of blend that into my gray. Okay. So you basically want a very light gray. Oh, Patty was asking Ashton something. For me, Patty, I don't have very good luck with peppers. Every year I try to grow peppers and they never like turn out for me. But I always thought maybe that was my fault. I mean, it probably is my fault. Yeah, I always have trouble with peppers. Yeah, I'm just making these flowers simple. Painting the outside. I'm trying to make the outside as thin as I can, like my brush strokes. And I'm using the very tip of my brush, and I'm using my size 2 round brush here. It's like a really tiny brush. Do any of you guys have lemon trees at all? I mean, I don't because I live in Indiana. They would not survive. But I've seen some people have lemon trees, and I just feel like that's so cool. I'm also painting in the lines of these buds, the flower buds. Hi, Sweetly. They say, just joined. Today is my birthday. Wow, happy birthday. And then they say, I can't wait to paint these lemons. Yeah, wouldn't it be cool to have a lemon tree and have like a bunch of lemons? I would make so much lemonade. I love fresh lemonade, like made with lemons. So good. Okay. I'm cleaning my brush. And I'm gonna get that same yellow that we used for the lemons, the lemon yellow. Oh, Liz says the buds are pinkish purple. Are they? Thank you. Thank you, Liz. Okay, thank you. I guess I should look it up. I kind of just drew these flowers. I didn't really... Okay, I'm looking it up on my tablet here. Lemon flower, lemon flowers. Okay, just so I can better see the color you're talking of. Oh. Okay. Oh. Oh, you said the buds are pinkish purple. Oh, darn. Okay, I guess I could still add that in. Okay, yeah, I'm looking now. Yeah. All right. So the centers, I'm getting this lemon yellow. So yeah, I simply just went to Google and I searched lemon flowers, and you can find like photos to just go off of. Okay. So I'm taking this lemon yellow and I'm just gonna dab in the centers. Like that. Okay, I'm cleaning my brush. There was like a gnat in here, and like I think I accidentally like smushed it. Okay. I'm going to paint in the stems now with that green. So I'm taking this green that I was using earlier, and I'm adding it to my palette with my size 2 round brush. Adding a little bit of water to it, but I don't want to add too much water really. I just want to add enough to make it easy to paint with. I'm going to start like right here. Maybe. Okay. And Sweet Lee says, I've got to go, but I will surely be back to paint these. Thank you so much for all your tutorials. You're welcome. Have a nice day and happy birthday. Hi, Hannah. Hannah says, hi, Allison and everyone. I completely forgot. Oh my goodness, this looks so beautiful. Thanks, Hannah. Yeah, I don't think I've ever gone live on a Saturday. Well, actually, I think I have. Maybe for like a challenge, like maybe the bird challenge I did. I went live on a Saturday, but yeah, it's definitely not something I usually do. Okay. All right, we're getting there. Okay. So before we go any farther, let's take a minute break and we are going to do the artist spotlight. Yay. Okay, hold on. Let me turn my camera around. Hey, okay, let me set up my camera. So if you're new to this channel, we do an artist spotlight for these live tutorials. We spotlight an artist who uses my hashtag @AllisAlaneArt tutorial on Instagram. And today we are spotlighting Carol, and her Instagram is linked below in the description. And I'm trying to get it up on my tablet here. But to have the chance to be featured on a live tutorial, all you have to do is use my hashtag @AllisAlaneArt tutorial when you post your finished painting from one of my tutorials on Instagram. So this is Carol, and she did my butterfly tutorial from last Friday. Isn't that so cool? And then she also did my woodland animal challenge here. So yeah, if you don't know, I do have a woodland animal challenge, and that is linked below in the description for you too. But yeah, if you wanted to support her art Instagram, it is linked below for you guys. All right, let's continue painting now. Okay, let me hook up my phone again. All right, I think that looks good. Hi, yeah, Hannah, I am feeling a lot better today. Thank you. Yeah. All right, now we are going, I think what I'm thinking is painting in the buds and then maybe working a little bit more on the flowers and then finishing up the leaves, and then we'll do one last layer on the lemons and we'll be done. So we're getting really close. Now I need to figure out the color that I want to mix for the buds. So when you look up lemon flowers on Google, you'll find buds, the buds for the flowers, and they look, like Liz said, kind of like a pinkish purple. So I think I'm gonna mix some of this Agalo set. I'm trying to challenge myself and try to stick to this set as much as I can. Obviously, I'm using lemon yellow from Daniel Smith, Ember Umber, but I think I'm gonna mix this color with this color a little bit, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. hopefully it turns out okay. So I'm taking this, I'm gonna add it here. Okay, and then indigo. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if this will even turn out. Okay, no, that's not gonna work. Let's take this color again. And then this blue. I might just have to cheat and get like a purple somewhere. Yeah, I might have to get a purple. Okay, hold on, guys. Okay, let's see. Maybe I'll use Rhodonite Genuine from Daniel Smith. I'm gonna use that. Okay, so I'm taking this. I don't really have anywhere to put it on my palette. Put it here. Okay. It's very saturated. So to desaturate this a little bit, I think I might add a little bit of green to it, and this will make it not as saturated. So I'm gonna take a little bit of that green. Not too much though, mix that in. If, in case you're not aware, if you mix colors, like complementary colors together, it desaturates them. So like red and green, yellow and, is it, oh my gosh, I should know this. Yellow and purple, blue and orange. Okay, add a little bit of green. I'm just gonna add just a tiny touch of this to these spots, nothing too crazy. And then I'm going in with my blending brush, a brush with just water. I'm kind of blending this up. I still want them to look a little bit of like a little white at the top. And then I'll just dab in a little bit at the bottom, a little bit more pink. Okay. And up here. Okay. There. Oh wait, I do want to drop in a little bit at the base, a little bit more. There we go. Hannah says, Carol's paintings are beautiful, aren't they? Yeah, I don't think she's here, but yeah, her art is very lovely. All right, now I am going to finish the leaves. So I know the leaves, like in the reference photos, they're more vibrant, kind of like a sap green color. But because I want my fruit paintings to kind of go together, so I've been using the same green with all of my fruit paintings. So I'm going to be using this green now, Green Earth. It's like a darker shade, and I'm going to take it with my size 2 round brush, add it to this well here with some water. This might take a while. So what are you guys up to this Saturday after the live? Do you have any plans or anything? Okay, and I will be working with 2 brushes. one to blend and one to apply the paint. So I'm going to be applying the paint with my size 2 round brush, which is what I'm using right now. And then I'm going to blend with my size 4 round brush. Okay, I'm going to start with this leaf up here. And I'm first going to kind of paint in the middle vein, but I'm just going to paint in this kind of like right there, not at the very end or the tip. And then I'm going to take my blending brush. Now I'm going to kind of blend it this way and blend it this way. And I'm basically blending like one side of the leaf. Okay. And I kind of want to fade out this tip part a little bit more. And then I'll paint in these other veins. Then go in with my blending brush. So as you can see, I'm just applying my paint and then I'm going in with another brush to work it more and blend. Okay, and then I'm going to also kind of apply some on the outer edge of the leaf to really help make it pop. I also need to kind of paint on top of my watercolor pencil line. Okay. Lisa says, Allison rarely has a Saturday morning live class, and I rarely watch TV this early on Saturday morning. So my guess is that this is a divine appointment. You're so funny, Lisa. Shelley says, I'm back into deadlines. I'm currently pressing fabric in preparation for cutting and sewing some blocks together this afternoon. We have some online quilting classes coming up in a couple weeks. That's cool. Shelley, do you mean the classes, like classes as in you're teaching them? That's really cool. And then she says, my new paints are arriving soon. I want to get prepared for classes so I can get back into painting. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing on this leaf now. So I'm basically painting the middle part of the middle vein, and then I'm going in with my blending brush and kind of blending up, letting it fade, and then blending down. Okay. And I do want to keep my leaves somewhat simple. I don't want to like have them be too detailed. That's just like a personal preference. So yeah, I'm painting like the outer edge. Liz says, I am definitely riding my uh sassy horse this weekend. Yeah, Liz, if you don't know, she has a horse. And then she says, plus finishing paintings, I want to get ahead instead of being behind. Phoenix Suns games and gardening. It's been too cold everywhere. Oops, got the wrong green. Okay. Now I'm painting in this leaf, and I guess I'm doing the outside first. I just kind of did that without thinking. Okay. Blend. Sarah says, your lemons look amazing. Thank you. Yeah, how are your guys' lemons coming along? Okay. By the way, if you don't know, I do have a monthly membership called Nature with Watercolor. And it actually closes tomorrow at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I just wanted to remind you guys about that in case you were interested in joining. And it won't open again until like early fall or late summer. So if you would like to learn more about it, it is linked in the description for you. Okay. I'm gonna take some more of that green, add a little bit more, kind of like right here. Darken up this because I feel like this leaf overlaps this one. So I'm gonna add like a little shadow here. Shelly says, we used to travel and teach a lot before COVID. Now we have switched to online. It's a huge learning curve. Oh yeah. Teaching online is really cool though, because you get to help people from anywhere in the world. And you can also like film a class one time and that's it, and you continue to sell that class. Like it's better for your time to do online teaching, and you get to help more people. I have an artist friend who taught online. Wait, no, she taught in-person classes to children, in-person art classes to children. And because of COVID, she has been switching to online, or like doing online and still doing a few small sized in-person classes. And for her, it's been really good. A really good choice to do online. Joyce, hi Joyce. She says, hello, I made it. So pretty. Thank you. Okay, blending these out. Maybe this being a little thick, but it's fine. I'm blending that out a little bit. Okay. Now I'm going to add some more green to the outer edge. Blend. Add more over here. Blend. All right, one other leaf, although I might go back into these leaves, add a little bit more to them. Need to get some more green. And this outer edge. Okay, this vein. So I've been thinking of some future tutorials, and I would love to know if you have any ideas. But some that I have, one is a ladybug. I don't know if that will be a live tutorial or a pre-recorded one, but I was thinking one, a ladybug, maybe with some like leaves with it or like a flower with it. And I was thinking one, well, Claire, I don't think she's here, but Claire, she had an idea of painting, like how to paint grass or like a mossy log, like for animal paintings. So for the Woodland Animal Challenge, she was wanting to know how she can add grass to her animals or like a mossy log or something like that. So I was thinking of doing a tutorial for that too. So I'd love to know your guys' ideas on those. If you think those sound interesting. And if you have any other ideas, I would love to know. And I did do a poll a few days ago asking you if you wanted more beginner tutorials or more intermediate tutorials. And I think so far it's kind of about 50-50. So yeah, I'm always open to ideas that you have for tutorials. So feel free to share them in the chat or in the comments. Okay, I'm now adding some darker green to these leaves and areas. Just to kind of help make them pop more, adding more depth. Um, oh, Lisa, that's so sweet. That's amazing. Well, I'm glad that I can help you in some way, Lisa. Okay. Liz likes the idea of a ladybug. And then she says a beetle. A beetle is a good idea too. Um, okay, and then I'm going to add some shadow here where this flower overlaps this leaf here. And I'm kind of blending that. Yeah, Lisa, that's so sweet. She like prayed to get back into art, and then like this morning she saw that I was going live and that my tutorials have helped her. That's so awesome. Okay, then I'm kind of blending this. Adding more shadow here in between these two leaves. This one, yeah, I think this one overlaps this one. So I'm gonna add some shadow here. Blend, add some more to this vein. Okay. Same over here. I'm adding some more to this vein. Are your guys' lemons coming along okay? I feel like this leaf kind of looks a little off. I'm gonna add another vein like here. Okay, I think I just made it worse. Oh my goodness. Okay. If you paint something and you don't like it, just take a clean brush with some water and kind of blend it out. That's what I'm doing because I don't like that vein right there. Now I'm just gonna let that dry. Now I'll rework this leaf here soon. Liz says that her leaves are not as good as mine. It's okay, Liz. Honestly, I have trouble with leaves. Like, they're kind of difficult. At least if I try and add detail to them. I do want to get better at them. It's one of the reasons why I usually have my leaves be simple, because I kind of struggle with detailed leaves. Okay, so when we're done with these leaves, we will add more depth to the lemons and we'll be almost done. Leo is like on my desk right now. Hey buddy, no, you can't drink my paint water. He was trying to drink my paint water. It's so weird. Cats are weird. It's like the water is like dirty and they still want to like drink it, and I'm just like, why? Doesn't it look gross and smell gross? Okay, need some more here. Okay. All right. Now, for the second layer on these lemons, I'm looking at the reference photos. I'm really trying to look at the shadows and see what colors do I see. And it looks like in the shadow, it could be kind of brown, maybe with the hint of green. Okay, so I am going to figure this out. I'm kind of scared, to be honest, to paint the shadows. Like adding brown to my lemons kind of scares me. Okay. So I'm gonna take, with my size 2 round brush, I already have some brown here on my palette. This is Burnt Umber from Daniel Smith. I'm reactivating it. I'm gonna add a little bit of this green that I was just using. Add that in. So it's kind of like a greenish brown. Okay. I'm not sure about that. You guys are witnessing me struggle right now. Okay, I'm gonna add some burnt umber. All right, so it's basically brown with a little bit of green. There is a lot of water. I don't want this to be too dark. I just want to kind of test it out. So before you do anything, just watch me do this and we'll see how it goes. So I'm adding a little bit. And then with my blending brush, I'm blending this. Okay. That's not too bad. I think that's okay. Adding a little bit more. All right. And then I'm going to add some over here where there would be kind of like a little shadow by this leaf and branch. And notice how I'm not blending smoothly. I'm kind of just dabbing my brush because I'm trying to create texture in my lemon. Maybe a little too much texture. Okay. And then I'm gonna add some like here. I'm trying not to blend too far out either because I don't want to muddy up my lemon. In fact, I probably added a little too much here. I'm gonna kind of wipe a little bit of this away. Hannah says, my cat does the same thing. I don't mind him in on my drawing table if he behaves. Watercolor paint is toxic. Don't know if there's much problem with the water, but he's always trying to drink it. And she says, I've had to put my cat outside my studio many times and shut him out. Yeah, I don't think well, watercolor, at least good quality watercolor paint isn't toxic enough to where if your cat drinks your watercolor jar a little bit, like they'll be fine. But yeah, usually I really try, like I try and not have my dirty watercolor jar out because I don't want him to drink it, you know. Um Cats are so funny. Oh my goodness. They are just okay. Yeah, so yeah, I'm adding some more shadow to this lemon. Okay. And then under this white flower where there's shadow. And then under here, and then kind of like at the bottom of the lemon here, I'm gonna add a little bit of shadow. And then same right here, I'm gonna add some at the bottom. Okay. And then, yeah, I'm gonna add some at the top here too. And right here. And here, and here. So basically, I'm nearing the end of my painting and I'm just kind of, you know, as I add more and more shadow, I'm just kind of seeing where else I need to add more, what more detail I need to add. Okay, I do want to add some more lemon yellow. Okay, I don't want to go overboard now. I feel like I'm kind of going a little overboard. Okay. Liz says my cat doesn't get on my table when I'm looking, but leaves hair evidence. And she says I cover water or throw out. Yeah, so, sometimes I find like my watercolor brushes have like some of Leo's hair in it, and I'm like, wow, Leo, you must have gotten to my brushes. Hannah says, you're probably right about the toxicity. They probably have to actually eat the paint itself to be affected, but I don't want his tongue in my paint water either. Yeah. Shelly says, I love how when things aren't going as you hoped, you say, it's okay. Being a beginner, I mess up all the time, and now I say to myself, it's okay. Yeah, I've learned to do that, especially with watercolor, because watercolor is hard, guys. It's like the hardest painting medium. You know, you can't like fix your mistakes very well. So I've definitely learned to just go with the flow and do my best and be okay if I mess up. um, it says, I have a water dish and treats in here, but he wants what he can't have, such a spoiled cat. That sounds so much like Leo. Okay, I'm gonna add just a little touch more of this lemon yellow from Daniel Smith here and there. Add some of the shadows. This time, I'm just kind of dabbing my brush, trying to create more texture too. Okay. Getting really close. I'm really liking how my lemons are turning out. Like, I'm pretty happy with them. I never painted lemons before, so I was kind of nervous about today's live stream. It's always nerve-wracking to me to paint something I've never painted during a live stream. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with them. Okay. I might also add a little bit more green. So I'm taking that lighter green that we first painted with and just going to kind of just add it in the shadows a little bit. And again, I'm just dabbing my brush. And if you think about it, the green from the leaves kind of, like, in reality should reflect on the lemons too. I'm gonna add some green to the shadow here. And again, I'm just dabbing my brush, creating texture. um, Anna, hi Anna, she says, please say the numbers of these two brushes. This is a size 4 round brush, silver black velvet. Size 2, same kind of brush. So size 2 and a size 4. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna add some more here. Okay. So now I'm at like the detail stage. Of these lemons. Okay, I want to go overboard. I feel like I'm pretty happy with them. I'm gonna add a little bit more yellow. Okay, I know myself enough now where I know when I should stop, because if I keep going, I will mess up or I will overwork my painting. I'm gonna take this burnt umber from Daniel Smith and I'm gonna go back to this branch here, add some more shadow, and then take my size 4 round brush with just water and then blend. And I do want to add a little bit more umber like right here. Heidi says, hello everyone, coming in late, hectic morning. The lemons look great, Allison. Thank you. Lisa says, Bob Ross calls some of his painting mess-ups as a happy accident. Exactly. Happy accidents. Now, when you paint your branch, again, you don't want it to be perfectly, like perfectly smooth, you know, because it's a branch. So I have like a little bump right here and a little bump here and some bumps over here. Okay. Cleaning my brush. Anna says, never mind. Oh, okay. You're welcome. All right. I'm just kind of looking at my painting. Let's see, what else do I want to add? I think I want to add some more depth in the middle of these flowers. So for that, I'm going to take the same green brown color I used for the shadows on the lemons here. And I'm going to add a little bit of that in the middle. Okay, maybe that's a little too much. Hold on. Let me take this blending brush. I'm just going to kind of blend these out here. Okay. All right. That looks fine. We don't want it to be too intense. Hannah says, I find wherever I go, I look at things as if I'm going to paint them. I was looking at an old church and immediately thought, Payne's gray is definitely the color of those shadowed areas. You know you're an artist when you do that, right, Hannah? Yeah, I do that too sometimes. Like I'm like, that's a really, really pretty color. That's kind of like this Daniel Smith paint color. Liz says, bye everyone. I have to go to work for a couple hours. I'm happy with my lemons. At least they look like lemons. And then she says, I'm finishing painting the iris in betta fish later today. Bye Liz. Have a great Saturday. All right guys, I am done, I think. I'm done. I'm gonna give you a close-up here so you can see the texture and details. Yay! And then, yeah, this is part of our fruit series here. So let me kind of compare all of these fruit paintings. Yeah, I feel like they kind of go together really well. So as you can see, that's kind of why I'm still using this Agalo paint set, just because I want to use the same greens, so that they go together. Yeah, look at that. I love it. So cute. So yeah, if you haven't checked out these two tutorials, they are linked in the description for you too. Okay. Let me turn my camera around so I can say goodbye to you guys. If you finish your lemons and you post them to Instagram, don't forget to tag me, Allison Lyon Art, so I can see them. And use the hashtag Allison Lyon Art Tutorial. 2. I love them. I'm so happy with them. I think these are pretty good for being my first time painting lemons. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this live tutorial. It was a lot of fun. Okay, I'm reading your comments. Joy says, the lemons came out great. Glad I made it. Hope everyone has a great weekend. Hope you have a great weekend too. Heidi says, they are beautiful. Thank you. Shelly says, wow, your painting is beautiful. Oh my gosh. There's like a little spider. It scared me. There's like a little tiny spider on my painting. It's like hopping all over my desk now. Oh my goodness. Okay. It's okay. I'm not scared of spiders, but it just kind of scared me for a second. Thank you, Kizzy. Thank you, Shelly. I will have fun camping. So yeah, there will not be a live tutorial next Friday, which I'm sad about. But there will be, they will continue in 13 days, in like 2 weeks. And we'll probably do another fruit. So I'll probably put up a poll in the community tab asking you guys what fruit we should paint next. Yeah, I'm really excited to paint more fruit. It's going to be fun. Okay, thank you, Anna. Have a great weekend. Thank you, Sarah and Ashton. I'm glad that, Ashton, you were able to make it today. Lisa says, awesome, thanks. I signed up for some of your free classes and tutorials. Thanks for having free stuff. You're welcome. Oh, and my membership, Nature with Watercolor, closes tomorrow, guys. So if you have been wanting to join, the link is in the description of this video. Peaches. Peaches. That's a good one, Hannah. Peaches would be really cool to paint. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Bye. Bye, Hannah, Kizzy, Lisa, Ashton, Sarah, Anna, Shelly, Heidi, Joyce, Liz. I like to name off your names. It's fun. Who else was in the chat? Lisa, I think I already said your name. Sweet Lee was here. Patty. Okay. Fallon. Bye, guys. Have a great weekend. Appreciate all of you.